I'm looking next year. I feel like this Michigan-Ohio State rivalry, this could really be taken off.
You think that could be next up?
I feel like that's going to be a big one. Like the bad blood from planting a flag afterwards. Yeah. This is going to be a game to keep your eye on for next year.
They'll really be up for it.
Good call. Yeah. You know, I like
it's going to be a big game.
Yeah, go ahead, put it in the. Yeah, I like this.
I mean, if I was Ohio State and another team planted a flag on my artificial turf field, I wouldn't even say their name. I would take that out of my lexicon. I'd be like, they don't deserve for me to even call them by that.
Maybe even like the letter. Get rid of all mentions of the letter.
Yeah. All right, we're back. It's Macrodosing. Got Arian, got Big T, got Mad Dog McKenzie behind the glass. It is December 3rd. We're in December, boys. Holidays. We're balls deep in holiday season. Happy Hanukkah to those who celebrate. Happy Kwanzaa. Happy Christmas. We're saying Happy Christmas again, right?
You can say whatever you want.
Merry Thanksgiving. How was your Thanksgiving, Arian?
Shit was amazing, man. Spent time with the fam bam. Great food. A little less turkey. More brisket. More ribs. It's amazing.
I would like to pass a law in this country. You should not be allowed to have Jason Garrett, Tony Dungy on television after you've eaten turkey. That should be against the law.
Just too sleepy, you're saying?
Too sleepy.
You want Gus Johnson doing those
Gus
games?
Johnson. Gus Johnson, by the way, is so back.
He used to do NFL, right?
Yes, I believe he did.
I think so.
He did soccer for a little bit too.
One of my favorite calls in my career.
What did he say?
I had spent. The real story was I got drunk on a Thursday and was late to meetings, and Coob got pissed, and so he sat me the first half. And at that time, I was leading the league in rushing yards and touchdowns. And so, like, everybody was like, why isn't he playing? When you watch the telecast back, like, hey, they didn't get any explanations. Like, why isn't he in the game? I don't understand why he's not in the game. And then my first carry back, I went for like 74 yards. And he goes, Coach, put me in the game. Touchdown.
Did you ever do those pre-production meetings with the announcers?
Oh, yeah, all the time.
What kind of questions would they ask you? Like, are they getting any actual intel?
Yeah. It was always like very vague questions, like what do you think about the team season? Like if you had anything going on off the field, like I remember when I went vegan, I got a lot of questions about that. Like, what do you do? What kind of things do you do? And they'll just bring it up during the broadcast. They'll be like, and I was talking with Arian, and he said, it's just very vague questions though.
Do you have your guard up for those interviews, or are they more relaxed because it's probably a former player talking to you and there's no camera in front of you, or do you still? I mean, you were never one for that, like, very dry player speak anyways, where you don't really say anything. But do you think guys have their guard down in those interviews?
Yeah, probably a little more than regular because it's like you said, there's no cameras, kind of relaxed. But I mean, you kind of know the play. You get media training, you know the play. They trying to get some sound bites.
What is media training?
They teach you how to speak clearly, speak to the audience, understand what the media is trying to get from you. They teach you, the ins and outs of this media in general, like how they will twist your words. Their job is to get headlines. Their job is to get clicks, and it's your job to not feed them any what they call bulletin board material. And so you don't want to give the opposition team, or just the opposition, you don't want to give them any fodder.
Mm-hmm.
And so you just keep it very, they like to say, keep it very bland, keep it very, so you're playing the 49ers this week. Yeah, it's good defense, man. Yeah, but they're the worst defense in the league statistically. Yeah, but they still got good guys on the team. They had some down, like that type of shit.
Mm-hmm. So you have to like hypnotize yourself into being like a drone.
Yeah, I got sick of that shit though. I remember, so you remember the year Marshawn Lynch did the I'm just here so I don't get fired?
Yep.
So I had a similar one to that year in that training camp where I had gone through some personal shit and like I just hated the media. I was over all that bullshit. And so it kind of made its rounds. It kind of blew up because one interview I was just like, yeah, I'm trying to be the best teammate I could be. They're like, yeah, what do you think about blah blah blah? Like, yeah, I'm trying to focus on being the best teammate I could be. And I did that shit like 15 questions in a row. And they're like, are you just gonna keep answering the same question? I was like, I mean, I'm just trying to be the best teammate I could be. And they got pissed. They was mad.
I loved when Marshawn Lynch did that thing. I'm just here so I don't get fined. And then every story was about Marshawn Lynch just saying, I'm not here so I won't get fined. But they were also complaining about how they didn't give him anything to write about.
Yeah.
But he did. He literally gave you the entire story.
I had a debate with Stephen A. Smith about this. Because I did a Super Bowl run that year, and they were all mad at Marshawn. And I'm like, yo, at what point do you like have some onus as a journalist and say I'm not gonna get anything out of him? So this is as far as it can go. I was like, it's on you to ask questions that are either pertinent or interesting to the person. It's not on the person. He's there to play football. He's not there to answer your questions.
Yeah.
And me and him had a live debate on it. I think it was on First Take, I think.
Did you win?
Of course. Crowd. And then you know how they do it live in the Super Bowl?
Yeah.
Crowd reacted. It was crazy.
I love that. Was in Houston?
Busted him up. No, that was
Arizona?
I want to say
Super Bowl was it?
Dallas.
No, if
12
Marshawn was there.
2012 season going into 13, I believe.
So do you remember who played?
It was Seahawks, but I don't remember who they. I
So
don't know if it was New England.
Seahawks Broncos, maybe. That was
that
in
might
New
have been
York.
it.
Yeah, I don't remember. That was at the New York one?
That was in New York. And then Seahawks Patriots, that was in Arizona.
Yes.
Might have been New York then, because I can't even remember the last time I've been to Arizona. It might have been Arizona. I don't know. It's a long time ago, man. Got hit in the head a lot of times since then.
I love that, though.
Falcons should have gone in 2012. Wait, no. 12 was Niners Ravens.
Sitting here doing this like we don't have the internet.
Yeah, but it's better to try to remember because the Falcons lost to the 49ers in the NFC Championship game after being up, I believe, 20-0.
Was that the crazy?
It was almost as bad as 28-3.
Was that the crazy game that the Falcons played against the Seahawks?
So we played the Seahawks in the playoffs the year. Oh, yeah. 12, we played them too. We played them in 12, and then we also played them in 16 when we went to the Super Bowl, but we beat the hell out of them in 16.
Yeah.
12 was, yeah, I think so.
The Nuts game?
I have the Gus Johnson call.
Let's hear it.
Second down and 4 at the 26. Here's Foster. Oh, boy. Foster down the sideline. Foster still running. Coach, he'll be in the game. Touchdown.
That is pretty good. I'm not the biggest Gus Johnson fan, but that's a good one.
I love it. I think
see-
he's one of my, matter of fact, he might be my favorite announcer.
Did you see him on Saturday? He was acting like Michigan was storming the Capitol.
I didn't know you was going to use that analogy as a bad thing.
Well, the way people treat it.
Hey,
He had a similar.
yeah, I think you gotta be PC. I think as sports fans, we don't like to see it, but I do. I want more fights. I think if you win on somebody's home turf, you should always plant that flag. That should be a thing. You don't like
Beat them.
win. Shit's amazing. Love that shit. And I love the scrums afterwards. Get into it. That's how rivalries are born. When you think back to all your favorite rivalries, the Detroit Pistons versus Bulls, the Lakers and the whatever, you know what I'm saying? It doesn't matter. Like the old school games, that's what spawned it. It got rough. It got rowdy. These are men.
Yeah.
We are men out here.
I'm looking next year. I feel like this Michigan-Ohio State rivalry, this could really be taken off.
You think that could be next up?
I feel like that's going to be a big one. Like the bad blood from planting a flag afterwards.
Yeah.
This is going to be a game to keep your eye on for next year.
They'll really be up for it.
Good call.
Yeah.
I like
it's going to be a big game.
Yeah, go ahead, put it in
Could be.
Yeah, I like this.
I mean, if I was Ohio State and another team planted a flag on my artificial turf field, I wouldn't even say their name. I would take that out of my lexicon. I'd be like, they don't deserve for me to even call them by that.
Maybe even like the letter. Get rid of all mentions of the letter.
Yeah, I agree.
You're going into gangbanging territory. Okay, let's go.
Yeah.
That they do that.
Yeah, they cover up.
Tell me about it.
So what can M change into? How would you? Because if you're not putting CK together for a Crip Killer, you could do CC, right? What could you change M into?
I don't know. Do you have an
You
answer?
would,
No,
you would
I
change
don't.
it with either the O or the B. That's in gang culture. That's what they do. So like, if you cripping all your B words, you turn to C. So like, I don't know. When we was growing up, they used to say kicking cack and seeing cool. And like all the Bloods I knew, they was always like, man, that's brazy, that's bombity. You switch to the beginning of the C and you replace it with a B. So for Ohio State, Michigan, you either do it with a B for Buckeyes or an O.
Bitch again.
Hey,
Yeah,
got a ring to it.
I like that.
Oichigan.
Oichigan.
What
Yeah.
you get?
Yeah, that's what Notre Dame should do, like Peaky Blinders type shit. Bitch again. I mean, just all I'm saying is I have a feeling that when these two teams see each other next year, bad blood.
Totes.
Bad blood. This is how rivalries get started, and it's a
Okay.
beautiful thing in sports.
Okay.
I got a prediction. I think that we're gonna see some coach eventually is gonna like bring their own planting box to a game. So it's like, okay, you can plant your flag, but we're gonna have our designated place on the sidelines that we'll set up that's got like a little bit of grass, like a portable gardener station. Where you
It's a
can
big
just-
day for planting flags on Saturday.
It was.
I don't know if all those teams were watching the other games and they had seen it happening and they were like, we're going to do that.
Mhm.
But it happened like 5 times.
Yeah. Iwo Jima, and then November 30th.
Yeah.
That's what we think about when it comes to planting flags. I did like some people getting very upset of like the idea that you would plant a flag. How disrespectful is that to plant a flag? You just lost.
It's
Yeah,
it's
win the
disrespectful.
game.
I don't know if you noticed, but our culture, not even America, I think it's a worldwide thing. People get very serious about flags. Like flags are a big deal. Like it's
Yeah.
it's representative of bloodshed. It's I understand why people feel strongly about it, and so it's disrespectful.
I don't blame Michigan for doing it. I don't blame Ohio State for fighting them when they did it.
1,000%. I'm
Now, you
always
should have just not let them beat you because they suck. But
I'm on record. I would love more violence and more blood in sports. That's why I
What
watch
about
it
pepper
for.
spray?
I don't want class. I don't want that. Fuck that shit.
Your
I
tweets
want-
were making me laugh.
Yeah, I was on one.
I could tell you were
I was feeling good.
indulging in something.
I was feeling good.
And then all your running backs you were shouting out.
Yeah,
the pepper spray was
The pepper spray was
kind of
that
nuts.
took it to the next level. I think when the cops get out there and they start spraying people with it.
I didn't even know that was an option.
I didn't
You
either.
just pepper spray players.
Yeah.
Nah, that's wild. Yeah. The literal no fun police.
Some of Arian Foster's tweets from November 30th include them BYU N-word be like 30 years old. What are we doing?
I was flipping on the game. I was like, yo, these niggas like married with kids, bro. Why are we playing teenagers? This is weird.
UT has a linebacker who got hurt this year, unfortunately, but I believe he came from BYU. I think he's 27.
See, that's ridiculous. There got to be an age limit on this shit. It's ridiculous, dog.
It's because the Mormons go on their missions. They got to take a break.
So you lose out. Like, it is, like, get out of here with that shit. I mean, they suck
He's
anyway,
26. He was born in 1998.
but that's crazy work to just be 20s and be okay with just playing against teenagers like that.
We got to get, and I know COVID messed it up and all this shit, but I have a rule. I don't know if I've said this on the show before. The day you turn 23, you're out. Even if that's in the middle of a season, doesn't matter. Then don't start the season because you know when it's coming. The day you turn 23, you can't play college sports
I
anymore.
don't hate that rule.
Because we like the 24 and 25-year-olds. I mean, that's nuts.
It's insane. It's insane.
It's time to get a job. There's a guy for Miami this year. We may have talked about it. He is in his 9th season of college football. He began playing when Obama was president.
How did this happen?
2016. He had a bunch of medical red shirts, and then the COVID year, or maybe it was only his 8th season. But yeah, he started playing in 2016. He's 26 years old.
He's got to be the longest tenured college player of all time, no? This nigga, if he don't have his master's,
I don't know.
He's got to have
I'm
his
saying, like,
he got to be
how
working on his
are you-
PhD.
How are you? Yeah. What are you doing at college for 9 years? Like at a certain point, don't you? Yeah. Just
I don't know. He
run
should-
out of classes to take.
He should have a PhD.
Yeah.
Can you look that up of like what his major is?
Didn't Mincy go for?
Well, Mincy
did.
Mincy is a bit of a different.
I think Cooper Flagg is what 7 years younger than Hunter Dickinson.
Probably, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, basketball, it's gotten ridiculous even more so.
Yeah, with the COVID year.
We should be.
That dude
done
could
with
be
those 4 years ago.
college football for 4 presidencies.
Yeah. If Miami were to make it to the national championship game, I believe it's on Inauguration Day. So he would have played for during Obama, all of first Trump, all of Biden, and then
Trump
the start
again.
of second Trump.
I'm kind of hoping for Miami to do it just for that reason. Four terms.
I think they're out, but it would be hilarious.
Is Miami officially out?
No, but
Because they could, right?
When does the seeding happen?
next Sunday after the conference championship games.
So, Big T, have you looked at? I have to assume that you're just balls deep in
I've run every scenario.
all the scenarios,
I've run everything.
all the brackets.
Yeah.
So, you're going to be our Nate Silver for this.
Okay.
So, aggregating all the polls that you've seen, where do you project the University of Tennessee to land?
I think they're going to fuck us and give Ohio State a home game still, and we're going to play in Columbus as the 9 seed.
The 9 seed.
Yeah,
Okay.
and I think Ohio State will be 8th, although I think those should be flipped.
So you think
it's a winnable game though?
there's a chance that you guys get a home game against Ohio State?
There's definitely a chance. I think they're going to give it to Ohio State.
That'd be a big matchup.
Yeah.
That might be the best game of the entire weekend.
Yeah, so the first round could be like the 5 is going to probably be the loser of the Big Ten championship game. Or no, it'll be Notre Dame probably. Notre Dame are that loser.
Mm-hmm.
So they'll be playing Boise State or UNLV.
I saw one that had Penn State Notre Dame.
Penn State Notre Dame?
Yeah.
That was probably before Penn State made the Big Ten championship game.
It probably was. I think it might have been before Saturday.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So 5-12 will be Penn State or Notre Dame or potentially Oregon against UNLV or Boise. 6-11 will probably be Georgia against. So that 11 might be Alabama
Yeah.
or 10-2 Miami or the ACC championship game loser.
So you're doing a Joe Tessitore. Georgia is officially in, no matter what.
Oh, that was so like one of maybe the best game of the season was happening. And every drive, he was just like, if Georgia wins, they're for sure in.
Yeah.
And it's like, yeah, probably, but why do you keep saying it?
Yeah,
Like,
it's not automatic.
And the game was so long, so he said
Yeah.
it so many times.
He said it no fewer than 8 times.
So I think there is a way that Georgia doesn't get in.
I don't think so.
Hear me out. They get their teeth kicked in.
They'd have to lose by 50 points.
Okay, let's say they lose by 40 points. 40-0.
Okay.
Carson Beck gets hurt.
I mean,
There's precedent.
yeah, but now you're talking about a 1 in a million. And so even then, you would have to take them out in favor of Alabama and either the ACC championship loser or Miami.
Yeah,
I don't think that's happening.
probably not. But there's a chance.
So that'll be 6-11. 7-10 will be who's going to be 7th?
Who'd you say at 7th?
Indiana will be 10 probably, and then 7 is what's the other team I'm forgetting?
Let's see. No, you said
Or is it
Notre
just
Dame.
one of the other ones that wasn't in the other slot? Because I said Notre Dame or Penn State or it'll be somebody against Indiana.
Did you say all the SEC schools?
Well, Texas, I'm projecting getting a bye if they
Yeah.
beat Georgia.
Texas, Georgia, Tennessee, 3-bid league with possibility of Alabama.
I think they're going to put Bama in, which is so ridiculous. But
You say SMU?
they would be down at the bottom if they lost the ACC championship game. Anyway, but yeah, I think 8-9 is going to be some combination of Tennessee, Ohio State. I pray it's in Neyland.
How do we feel about Tennessee's chances? You were down.
Pretty good.
You were down in the dumps after the
You
first,
sent
like,
a
5
mean
minutes.
text. You sent a mean text.
I did send a mean. Yep, hand up. I sent a mean text.
I'm in just the worst spot I've been in my life. We're down 14-0 before you can blink, and PFT just texts, "Oh no," and I started to type out. I started to say something, and then I was like, dude, whatever. Like, we're gonna lose. Fuck it. Who cares? But then we kicked the shit out of them. We just had to stop handing them points.
Yeah. Yeah.
That was a mean text, though. That I was in a bad spot.
I just said, "Oh no," you didn't know what I was talking about.
I was in a bad spot.
You should have just.
I'm sure
You should have just texted him the meme that I made.
Which one? Oh,
Of him
the
reaching up for the
reaching.
computer.
It's not
Yeah.
that funny. It's
I
not
should
that funny
have,
of a
but
meme.
I wasn't in the headspace to go looking for anything at that
It's
moment.
not
Let
a
me
good
know.
meme.
I will. I have that queued up whenever you need it. From me,
Okay.
I will.
Okay, I'm gonna let you use your discretion, and just next time he does something like that, I need you on it because I'm probably not in the mind space to do it.
Just screenshot the text that he sent, and then I'll directly know what's going on and send it.
Okay,
To you.
okay.
I don't think it's that good of a meme. I don't think people even really enjoy it that
It's an
much.
awesome
You got
meme.
a ratio.
The hair was so
a
good.
few
The hair
times
does it.
actually. You got a ratio
Yeah.
a few times.
Yeah, find a new meme. One hit wonder.
Whatever you say, it's going to be a new meme. I just
One
put
hit
whatever
wonder.
you say in there.
Mhm.
It's great. It's a great meme.
Completely unrealistic. I'm using my phone when I post. I'm not on a desktop computer. My phone stays at eye level.
All
Do
right.
you think
I'll
you
find me a new
helped?
meme.
Do you think you helped UT come back by tweeting impressive how quickly you lost Tennessee minus 9.5?
That's exactly why I did it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. The old reverse mush.
Yep.
Yeah. I was not feeling good about that game. That's why I texted you, "Oh no," because I was saying to myself, "Oh no." It was about me, not
Right.
about you.
Once we played actual football, we kicked their teeth in.
Yeah.
We just gave up the opening kickoff and then fumbled, and they took it in.
Yep. I like Tennessee's chances.
Yeah, we had a lot more quarterback runs Saturday. I love seeing that. Ran the Dante Thornton run a slant for a touchdown play twice. I appreciate when we do that.
The thing is, there's no really good team in college football.
Yeah, everybody kind of sucks.
Yeah. So you kind of suck too.
Like,
but-
I don't think Tennessee's incredible, but I don't think anybody is.
No, but at your best, you could beat most of those teams.
Yeah.
Okay, Tennessee at their absolute best, could they beat any other team at their mid?
At our best, we can compete with anyone at their best. Like, who's the best team right now? Oregon, who was like struggling with Wisconsin and barely beat Ohio State, who might suck. Like,
But that's not their best.
sure, but their best is beating who? If Ohio State was their
That
best,
was a good game.
right? Tennessee at its best can play with anybody.
Yeah. Yeah, it's going to be exciting.
I am
Happy for you.
I would be very out on the 12-team playoff, particularly this year if we weren't in it.
Mhm.
But now it's going to be incredible.
Yeah, it's going to be awesome. I think that if you don't like the 12-team playoff, you get a big dump in your pants.
I mean, I don't like it, but
I mean, there's so many other
we're sitting here 9-3. Alabama is going to get in.
Yeah, but these are great we're discussing scenarios.
You can discuss scenarios
No, but there's
if it was 8 teams.
No, but then that's 4 less scenarios.
You could have talked me into 8. 12, going from 4 to 12, and we're letting in Boise State, who isn't very good, just to get their teeth kicked in, and like the whole thing. And the seeding is what really makes me mad, because the seeding is completely fucked up.
Yeah.
The 9 seed, which is what we're probably going to get, is the worst seed in the whole thing. I'd rather get 11.
Yeah.
I'd way rather be 11.
Yeah. Yeah, 11's not a bad place to be.
Because 9, you got to go on the road, and then you play the 1 seed after.
Yep.
And 5 is better than 1. So we got to figure that out. But
5 could be better than 1.
I mean, this year it's definitely going to be better.
Having a bye is nice, though.
If you're Oregon, assuming they get it, would you rather play the winner of Ohio State, Tennessee, or play Boise State and then SMU?
I'd rather play I'm different. I like challenging myself against the best competition.
Sure. You're going to have to play the best competition at some point.
Yeah, but I want it now.
Okay.
I want it now.
I think that's the wrong decision to make. But
Yeah, it is. Anything in the news that happened yesterday that you want to talk about, Big T?
Well, it's funny you should ask, because I'd been told for months, years even, that Hunter Biden unequivocally, under no circumstances, would receive a pardon from his father. And then sure enough, Sunday night news dump. Hunter Biden has been pardoned
for 10 years of crimes that he
Right.
has been accused or would be accused of doing in the future.
Right.
So I think it's 2014 to 2024 is the time span for that. That would probably include the gun charges, the tax evasion, stealing all those hearts that he did.
Right.
Yeah. So
Everything that was on the laptop that's not real.
Hunter he's free. He got a free play for 10 years, get out of jail free card from his dad. And yeah, I mean, they had said many times that he would not be pardoned.
That's the thing that pisses me off. I don't blame Biden for doing this.
Yeah.
I mean,
I think most people can understand if you have the opportunity to keep your son out of jail, you're probably going to do that, right?
Yeah, even if you don't agree with it, like I understand him doing it, but he said repeatedly, I will not do that.
Mm-hmm.
And then just did it.
Yeah. Arian, what are your thoughts?
I couldn't care less, man.
You don't think this was a touching moment?
Walk
It-
about
like
Hunter Biden or his laptop or his crack.
you were the first person to say what an amazing moment for the family.
That's true.
When Bronny James got into an NBA game and how it made
Beautiful
you
moment.
cry. It was a beautiful moment.
Absolutely.
Is this not a beautiful moment as well?
No.
A father pardoning his crackhead son?
No, I don't. It's corruption, and that's what America is. If you're surprised by this, you've been asleep for 300 plus years. This is what America does. It doesn't surprise me, bro. But I don't care either. I don't give a shit.
I saw
I just want health care for people, bro. That's all I want.
Agreed. The main Democrat response to it was, this is a bad move because then Trump will use it to justify pardoning anybody that he wants to pardon. I got news flash. Trump was going to do that anyway.
Just gonna do that shit regardless.
You think Trump
Hasn't he
saw?
already done it?
You think Trump saw the news and he was like, "Oh, now I get to speak my
Really
mind."
lock in.
Now we
Yeah.
can play
When
ball.
Finally.
Thank you, Joe, for being so brave.
Well, when did Bannon and them go to jail?
When did Bannon go to jail? I don't know. He just got out. He'd been under investigation for a long ass time. I don't know. I don't know the date that he went to prison.
It was under Biden.
So yeah, so Trump could not pardon him. But yeah,
He can't pardon himself either, right?
I don't think so. Wasn't that a point of discussion, like whether it was legal to pardon yourself? But I guess the Supreme Court kind of did that when they said that presidents can't. There's a much broader scope for executive privilege, where it's almost impossible to charge a president with a crime for anything they did while they were in office. Pretty good gig,
Is it?
being president.
I don't know that it is.
I think being a bad president would be pretty easy.
But like, who's the last president that most people liked 10 years after they had left? Clinton.
Wait, you mean
Did
like,
a lot of people like Clinton?
do you mean most, like over 50%?
Yeah.
I think Obama is in that
Yeah,
range.
I feel like people like Obama.
Oh, I don't think so anymore. I think even a lot of Democrats don't like Obama now.
Some Democrats don't, but I still think he's probably over 50, right? We could probably look that up. what
I
the
don't. I
approval
think
ratings are.
any president now is not going to be over 50 soon after they leave office.
I feel like Clinton was popular during the Bush presidency. When we started the Iraq War and stuff, everybody was like, "Oh, I miss Clinton." Nobody really missed George W. Bush. Nobody really missed George H.W. Bush. People missed Reagan. He had a high approval rating.
A new poll has found that over half of Americans would be likely to vote for Barack Obama if he ran for president in 2024.
But that's like running against Trump. That's not, do you like him?
I think the general feeling of the American people towards Obama is cool guy to hang out with. Right? I think even a lot of his detractors on the right, they're like, pretty cool guy. I could have a conversation with him. Before Reagan, and there's a lot of people that hate Reagan too, but he was looked at as being like a grandfather, kind of a nice guy.
Yeah, but like I think now you're just going to be eventually reviled by most people.
I mean, the best way is like everyone looks at John F. Kennedy and they're like, oh, what a great moment in American history. Like Camelot. We miss the days of old. We had a president that we believed in.
It's an extremely stress. It's the most stressful job in the world.
Yeah. It's like an artist. If you die during your presidency, then afterwards people be like, oh, his paintings are really good.
Yeah.
You know? But yeah, so Hunter has been pardoned. If I were Hunter, I would be like, can you just add like 2 months onto that? Like give me until you get out of office. I want January 20th, 2025 as being the end of my pardon date. That way I can go on like the purge and just really, really fuck around. Get it all out of my system like Rumspringa.
I saw a thing that he can commit like any single crime and it's all basic. It's like, yeah, he's just
Federal crime. I think.
So not state crime?
I don't think state crime. I think presidential pardon is only for federal crimes.
Yeah, because you can get pardoned by a governor.
Yeah.
For state crimes.
Got it.
So yeah, if he's committing crimes, they better be
across state lines,
violating interstate commerce. Yeah.
I'll be doing all
I believe in
kind of
him.
dirty shit. What?
I believe in the guy.
So before we started taping, I asked Big T to put together a list of people that he would pardon personally if he had the power and ability to do so.
It was difficult to do because like I only came up with 3 and they're mostly out of self-preservation.
Okay.
2 of them are y'all because
thank you.
But not because I like you, only because if y'all ever go to prison and this show goes away, I make way less money. So I would prefer that to not happen. And then the third was Josh Heupel because I want Tennessee to keep being good at football.
Okay, if he's out there violating,
he can do whatever he wants.
Yeah, any sort of fiduciary laws, financial laws.
Nobody cares.
Just give me W's.
Yeah, but other than that, like, I don't know. I'm sure there are some others, but it's hard to put yourself in the headspace of like finding people who have committed crimes and then like I'm sure most of my family I would try to keep out.
Scott Peterson.
That's difficult because
he killed his wife.
Well, he may have, and a court did find him guilty. I believe the evidence was probably not there to do that. Mm-hmm. But I don't know that I would go back and retry a case with my privilege.
Would you want, if you committed a crime, let's say OJ, well, actually he was found not guilty. Bad example.
But he was found guilty of the hotel thing.
That's true. But if you were accused of a crime that you did not commit, and let's just say it was a crime of the highest order, and you were sentenced to death and you were executed, would you want 20 years later for a president to pardon you and be like, hey, we screwed this up. Sorry, you were innocent.
Of course.
After you're dead?
Oh, after you're dead?
Yeah.
Oh, you didn't say that.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, you're executed.
Yeah, okay. Well, that was an important thing to mention.
Yeah. Did I say that you were sentenced to be executed? You were also executed. They fast-tracked you.
I didn't even think you said that. Maybe I missed it. I don't know.
Okay, so you get sentenced to death row. Let's just say that they accused you of hypothetically bombing an orphanage.
Okay.
And you didn't do it, but they had the goods on you. And they got a jury to be like, yep, Big T, guilty. Electric chair. We're bringing it back. They put you in old Sparky, fired up.
Old dead. Sparky.
20 years later, the president, he gets on stage and he says, I would like to publicly pardon and forgive all the accusations and convictions against Big T. Would that be good, or would you be like,
I mean, the real answer is I don't care because I'm dead. But like, yeah, I guess so that your perception is better.
Your name's cleared?
Yeah, but I mean, it doesn't matter.
I think I'd be like, fuck you.
Well, yeah.
Where were you?
But you know what's done is done.
You're gonna say fuck you in heaven, PFT?
Uh-huh. Oh, I'm gonna be a troll in heaven.
Bad boy.
Yeah, bad boy. Heaven's bad boy.
You might get kicked out, man.
Yeah. Aaron, who would you pardon? Anybody?
I would have to spend some time thinking about that. Nobody off the top of my head. I don't know. I'd have to think about it. I don't have any.
Mad Dog McKenzie, you guys have any pardons?
No. Maybe.
Jake Gyllenhaal.
No.
Like-
Travis Kelce.
Yeah, maybe. Josh
What
Allen.
what if he cheats on Taylor?
Well, this is just as of current. That's not a thing. So I would pardon Taylor Swift.
She's definitely committed crimes.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
But like, so.
What crimes do you think she's done?
I mean, they're probably not crimes because she probably has the best tax people in the world.
I was gonna say
something with
taxes.
something with money for
Yeah.
sure.
Okay,
She
so
has
the more-
too much
the more-
money.
The more I hear about Taylor Swift, like, and the more I'm watching like these videos, there's like a whole online community that just bash her.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Right? And that's starting to show up more and more on my feed. And I should be listening to their arguments.
I know. Arian, I know what. Are you referring to a certain video of her dancing on stage recently?
I am, but that's not the only one. That's not the only one.
I have been seeing that discourse online as well.
It is interesting how big she is and how, like, I understand fame doesn't correlate to talent per se, but to be that big, I think her songwriting ability is amazing. Let me just get out there. I'm not a fan of Taylor Swift, but everything else is kind of mediocre, man. She can't really sing that well.
I will not hear these arguments today.
You think she's like a diva? Like,
No,
she
I
got
don't
a
think she's like a
voice?
Whitney Houston, but I don't think she's a bad singer, especially live.
I don't think
I
she's
also
a
think-
bad singer.
I also think
I don't think she's a good one.
in stadiums that are seating 70,000 people, to be able to project your voice even as close to as well as she does is a feat of its own.
I think she's got a different skill set.
She also can't
It's
dance
okay.
that well.
It's okay to admit that she has a different skill set. She doesn't have the natural vocal talent of a Whitney Houston.
No, I know
She's
that.
a pop star.
She's a pop star.
And she's a talented songwriter.
Yeah.
And she writes
yes.
she writes very good songs, very catchy songs.
Yeah. No one can take that away from her.
And she's able to tap into a side of her emotion that a lot of people share,
Yes.
For sure.
and write songs that people identify with, which is a wonderful skill set to have. And she is one of the best at it.
Exactly.
But she's not like an all-time great singer.
No.
And that's okay.
Yeah.
No.
No.
I don't
but
think she's ever claimed to be.
no. But I'll be there buying her tickets. But I would pardon her. I would pardon my family. I like Big T's perspective of pardoning you guys as well to
Thank
keep my
you.
job.
Yeah.
Love that.
Thank
Love
you.
that.
Yeah.
Love that.
Did you see Taylor's latest thing on Black Friday?
No.
So you
Oh,
know we
yeah.
had the Eras tour.
Yep.
Oh.
Then we had the Eras tour movie.
Yep.
Then we had the Eras tour movie home release.
Yep.
Then we had the Eras tour again.
Mhm.
Now we have the Eras tour book. So it's a big. is it just like pictures? It's like a photo book.
Yeah, it's like a coffee table book.
I believe it costs $39.99,
Okay.
and you. Is it Target?
Yes,
it's only
Target.
available at, and
Yes.
so now you can go get the Eras tour book after you watch the movie of the concert.
I can't wait for let's see how many years would this be? Probably 50 years from now, when Taylor Swift starts selling Taylor Swift Eras commemorative gold coins
On Fox News.
on Fox News. Taylor Swift Bibles.
That.
Yeah.
The gold coins. That's when you know you've made it. We're gonna sell fake money.
I mean, I can appreciate get the bag. Like, if
Yeah.
people are buying that,
how
more
big-
power to you.
How big of a bag does one need?
I mean, that's for you to decide.
Yeah, but just in terms of like, isn't her bag big enough?
Yeah.
I would argue if the market dictates that there's a demand for the Eras Tour book, then there should be an Eras Tour book.
What if it's just like the gold coins?
Well, the
We'll
market
send-
decides.
We'll send you an official badge, and the badge costs $200. You're a top 10% Taylor Swift fan
She'd sell out.
instantly. But at that point, that's greed, right?
The market decides.
Okay. The bag might be too big. That's all I'm saying. But good for her.
Yeah.
What's she gonna spend all that money on?
I don't know. I don't know what like any billionaire spends that much money on. That's why Elon Musk is the way he is. He just has too much money.
Yeah, you buy a website.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You buy
Donate
a website.
it?
Yeah, donate.
Tony.
Give a lot of money away. Big T, let me ask you this. Right now, let's just say that you weren't you're not allowed to spend this money on like multiple crazy ass mansions. Let's say the biggest purchase you can make is $5 million.
Okay.
How much money do you think you could spend reasonably for the rest of your life?
So you can only have one house.
No, you can have you have a few houses. I'll give you up to like 5 houses, but they all have to be capped at $5 million.
All right, let's just say you have 3. So you have 3 $5 million houses.
Yeah.
That's 15.
Yeah.
Let's say you allocate for the rest of your life another $5 million for cars, which would be a shit ton. But if there's just unlimited money,
Yeah, no purchase can be over $5 million, so you can't like buy a football
But I'm just
team.
that's $100,000 cars, right? So that's 20.
It's Jay Leno numbers.
I would
Watch out for Hills.
Sure. So how often could I do $5 million to give to UT to get awesome football players?
Once a year.
Okay, so $5 million a year. So that's another. So that's going to be.
Well, you gonna get you a little a box seat, huh? You gonna have a.
Oh yeah, for sure. Obviously.
Yeah,
I mean, I would have the best tickets you can get, but that's only that's not going to cost you that much in the grand scheme of things. So $5 million a year. That's another 200 or so.
You gonna get your East Tennessee house on the river?
That'd be one of the 3 or 4. Get one in Knoxville in the mountains.
I'd pull up on you yearly.
One at the beach in Florida, and then one maybe like a sick apartment in New York. Because I would live in New York if you had that unlimited money.
You would.
Not permanently, but I would have a place there.
And you wouldn't be exposed to like all the things that regular New Yorkers deal with.
Correct.
You wouldn't be riding the subway anywhere.
Yeah, no, New York would be awesome if you had unlimited money.
Yeah.
So now we're at what, 275, something like that?
Something like that.
And then are you saying live off $5 million a year also?
Yeah.
Okay, so there's another 250. So now we're at $500 million. So I guess that's most of it, right? If you're encompassing just like the $5 million a year is most of your expenses.
Yeah, most of your money is going towards buying players for Tennessee football.
Right.
At that point.
Right.
If you took that out of the equation, you'd be down to like $200 million.
Right.
Yeah. That's pretty reasonable. Because I don't feel like you're you're not a big frills guy.
Yeah, I mean, if I had, my 3 homes, I could just hang at the beach and then go to Knoxville for games and then go to New York for a little bit.
How would you dress?
The exact same.
That's what I thought. Yeah. that's what I thought.
If I had way more or way less money, I would dress exactly the same.
You wouldn't get like Tennessee polos designed by Versace.
No.
Italian silk Tennessee hats.
I would buy more of the nicer ones, maybe.
You would probably have every individual hat, jacket, polo shirt combination that they printed up.
I
right?
have most of them already.
Yeah. So I thought I had most of the Commanders merchandise, and then I went on the team store yesterday. Let me tell you, you look at like jackets and sweatshirts, buddy, you're going to 7 pages of different jackets and sweatshirts that they have up there.
Yeah.
It's crazy all the different variations. I don't want to sound like a boomer, but in my day, team merchandise, you know what you had? You had 2 jerseys that you could buy, home and away. You had 1 hat, maybe 2 hats, the coaching staff hat and then a normal hat for fans. And then you had a starter jacket.
And this was in a catalog.
Starter jackets, man.
Maybe 2 varieties of the starter jacket for your team, like a lighter colored one and a darker one.
What kind of starter jacket you had growing up, bro?
Growing up, I had a Charlotte Hornets starter jacket.
Yeah, okay.
That was awesome. I had a Miami Hurricane starter jacket too.
No, that was sweet. Okay.
Yeah, it was really
What
nice.
did those cost?
And I had a Redskins starter jacket too.
Because now they're super expensive. Were they expensive back then or like?
I want to say like $100.
Okay, so yeah.
I don't
Pretty
think they was that
expensive.
expensive. Maybe like 60.
You think 60 to 100?
Yeah, I didn't like that, bro.
I guessed 100 because mine were spread out. So my first starter jacket was, I believe, a Hurricane starter jacket. My second was a Redskins burgundy starter jacket. And then I think my third was a Charlotte Hornets, and I want to say that they were like 2 years spread out from each other. So
Nice.
$100 for a 2-year gift.
I'm seeing $150 in the 90s.
I just don't remember them being. I also didn't pay for shit, so.
And then they had the pro player jackets too, which is what your parents would get you if it was a lean year.
Pro
They couldn't get you
player?
the starter. Pro player, yeah.
What's that?
That was the knockoff starter jacket.
I don't remember those.
One year, my brother got a pro player Georgia Tech starter jacket, and he was like, "I don't really like Georgia Tech at all." But they're like, "This is the only sports jacket that we could get you this year."
Was that the original sponsor of the now Hard Rock Stadium?
It might have been,
Was it
yeah.
Pro Player Stadium?
I think so, yeah. That's such a funny concept, though, for parents to be buying a gift for their children and to say, I know you like sports teams jackets, so I'm going to get you this completely random college that you have no connection to, whatever. And now here's your gift. And then that person would grow up to, I'm sure that's how a lot of people like choose teams. Oh, I had this jacket growing up.
Yeah. My brother had the Charlotte Hornets jump. I had a Toronto Raptors one. Yeah. Those are the days, man.
The Raptors, they had some good jackets. The old school dinosaur.
Man.
The Grizzlies had some good merch too.
Memphis Grizzlies.
Was that Vancouver?
Yeah,
Yeah,
Vancouver when it
they were
first came out.
Vancouver back in the day.
Mike Bibby?
Mike
Bryant Big
Bibby.
Country Reeves.
That was one of the funner teams to watch. Remember Sacramento?
Yeah.
Chris was it Chris Webb?
Chris Webb.
Weber.
Doug Christie.
Chris Webb. Yeah, Doug Christie. Vlade Divac.
Yep.
Pete
Bobby Jackson.
Pete Stojakovic. That was a fun team to watch.
That was a good team. They got hosed.
Oh,
Yep, it's
White
the
Chocolate.
Lakers.
Yeah. Do you feel bad about what you did to the Kings?
I'm missing this. What are you talking about?
As a
The
Lakers,
Lakers?
fan.
Oh, no. What? Fuck. No. Fuck them.
Refs.
Give a fuck about that.
Took them
This is
20
Lake-
years to get back.
Yep.
Lake Show. Fuck out of here.
Yep.
Dubs. Big cost.
Big T, also on the sheet that you sent over today, you had a list of things to discuss. One of them was Hunter Biden, which I believe that we covered. We covered that one. Is anybody mad, by the way? Is anyone mad at Biden for like the actual act of
I think
pardoning?
most people are just mad that he said repeatedly he wouldn't do it.
Yeah. Because at this point, politics has just become like, it's more just you being mad at whatever the other side does.
Yeah,
And
like
you're-
I understand him doing it.
You find a news update that happened about your political enemy, and then you kind of backtrack your way into getting upset about it.
Yeah, that's most of my day.
Yeah. So the other item that you had up here was worst days of the year.
Yeah, I think today's one of them.
December 2nd or December 3rd?
The Monday after Thanksgiving.
Okay. All right. Monday after Thanksgiving.
It's not. It's. I think it's 4th on my list.
Okay, so
Why?
I'm trying to think why that would be one of your worst days, because you go back to school.
Yeah, it's just you've had a week off, feasts, done nothing but watch football and college basketball,
Yeah.
and you go back to work. It's cold, but you have Christmas coming up, so that's what makes up for it.
Yep.
Worst day of the year, in my opinion, by far, is the first day back after New Year's.
Yep. That's
Because
a
then
bad day.
you've got nothing really to look forward to. Like, I guess if you're really into NFL playoffs and stuff.
Yeah.
But, I mean, just months of really bad weather. You know, Christmas is over. 2 on my list, I have day after the Super Bowl for most of the same reasons, but now football's gone for 6 months.
Mm-hmm.
You still got 6 weeks to the NCAA tournament, freezing outside. That's bad. And you're going to work hungover, heartburn.
Mm-hmm.
That day should be a holiday.
Yep.
3, I have December 26th.
Okay.
And you could talk me into 1 for that, just because when I wake up on December 26th and I see the Christmas tree still there, it kills me. And if I hear so much as one note of a Christmas song on December 26th, I'll snap.
Boxing Day. You have no respect for Boxing Day, Big T.
Yeah,
Yeah.
never been a thing of mine.
Boxing Day, parentheses, Canada.
4th, I have today, Monday after Thanksgiving, But the fact that Christmas is coming up, it gives you a little more leeway there. And then 5th, I have April 15th, tax day.
Tax day.
Yeah.
All right. Boxing Day, the origins of Boxing Day. It's a holiday celebrated after Christmas, occurring on the second day of Christmastide, the 26th.
Isn't it kind of problematic?
Boxing Day was once a day to donate gifts to those in need, but it has evolved to become a part of the Christmas festivities, with many people choosing to shop for deals on Boxing Day. It's like a second Black Friday.
I thought it was when the slaves would get their Christmas in other countries.
So yeah, I think the way that they described it right here, a day to donate gifts to those in need, I think that's a very charitable framing of what it was. I think it was like the rich people took all the shit they didn't want and they put it into boxes and gave it to either poor people or slaves.
Boxing Day got its name when Queen Victoria was on the throne. In Victorian times, the wealthy would box up items they no longer needed to give to the poor. It was a day when servants would be given time off and thanked for their hard work with a special box of treats. So servants.
So, okay, December 26th, I get that, but with December 26th, you're still in the throes of...
Correct.
You're usually on vacation.
Right, which
at
is
that
why
point.
it's not one.
Yeah. Day after New Year's. New Year's Day, I mean, if you take football out of the equation, New Year's Day is a bad day.
Yeah.
New Year's Eve, slightly better, but New Year's Day, bad day.
Yeah, because 26th, Christmas is over, but that next week, you've still got either you're off work or if you're at work, you're not doing anything.
Yeah.
You've got great football every day.
Day after the Super Bowl is tough.
New
Real
Year's
tough.
Day is great for gym owners.
Yeah. That's true. Day after the Super Bowl, it's like you've been deluding yourself into thinking that it's not shitty and it's not winter.
Mm-hmm.
And then the realization hits you. You're like, what have I gotten myself into?
Because all you have in January is, well, we just make it to Saturday and Sunday. We got NFL playoffs.
Yeah.
And then once that's gone, all the rest of February is a very dark time.
Mm-hmm.
You've still got the first half of March before you get into college basketball tournaments.
Yep. I took Blake out for a walk on Saturday. It was 11:30 in the morning. And I stepped outside, and I swear to God the sun was going down.
It gets dark here at 3:45.
Yes.
I looked up at the sun in the sky, and it was like just peeking over the horizon, and I was like, what the fuck is this? It's not even noon, and I feel like it's already getting darker.
It's bad here.
Yeah. That was tough.
And that goes till April, end of March.
Well, shortest day of the year is what, December 21st?
Something like that.
And the days start getting a little bit longer. Can't wait.
After the winter solstice.
We haven't even gotten to the worst of it yet.
Yeah, that shit sucks too
No.
for us golfers. You know, it's hard. It's hard to have for us Southern golfers. You know, who finally got some good weather to play in. And,
Yeah.
And the sun it's you're right, 3:45. You got to start thinking about. I don't know if it's worth it going to the range right now because the sun about to go down. It's
Man,
crazy.
thoughts and prayers to retired athletes that
That's
don't get
facts.
to golf as
That's
much as they
facts.
would like to.
It's not easy out here for us, man.
I'm looking at the Houston forecast for this week. 66, 65, 69, 63, 54, 63, 66, 70.
We deserve that, Big T, because we put up with 140 throughout the summer. We deserve this.
You're being
time.
dramatic.
I should feel like honestly, can get to like 120, bro. Humidity
Yeah.
involved. This shit's crazy.
Arian, I wanted to talk to you actually about cold weather football.
Let's do that. Let's talk about
Okay.
cold weather football.
We saw the Miami Dolphins not really able to play outside of the cold yet again on Thanksgiving night. And they've been branded as a soft team that hates the cold. You played in the South for your entire career, college and in the pros for the Dolphins and for the Texans. Could you tell when your team wasn't built for the elements?
I think every cold weather game I always played well in because you have to run the ball. And the cold never bothered me like that. I used to like the cold weather games were fun to me. So I never played against a team that was a factor because usually when you play, you got guys from everywhere. You know what I'm saying? So some dudes grew up playing in the snow, some dudes didn't. but it never really affected us on the teams that I was on. I think the coldest game I played in was probably in Chicago. That shit was freezing. And we won.
The Dolphins should build a facility, like an indoor practice space, where it's cold as fuck and will snow on you.
I don't think they're just that good of a team. I don't think it has anything to do with cold or not cold. I just don't think they're that good.
They might not be. Mackenzie, that was a good game last night, huh?
So fun. So fun.
Love a good snow game.
Yeah, it was crazy. That was also like, it seemed, I mean, obviously they're like missing, the 49ers are missing some of their like best players, but like it was clear that they were just like not used to playing in the snow, I feel like.
Yeah, and the Bills are good in the snow.
Yes, like it's amazing to me that they don't just like fall or drop the ball every play.
Yeah, the 49ers were falling way, way more often than the Bills were. The Bills
Yeah.
looked like they were faster in the snow, like they could change direction. They could see the ball better in the snow.
Yeah.
Shady McCoy was awesome in the snow. You remember watching him run, Arian?
Oh yeah, one of the goats.
There was something about him in the snow that he just got unlocked and he could handle it better than anybody else.
What college? Sean McCoy.
Pittsburgh.
That's correct.
Yep.
Yeah. Good dude. It's my guy. I was thinking about that the other day. I was watching yesterday. I was watching Saquon and the matchup between him and Derrick Henry. And just thinking about like just age and death. And just thinking about like how
Oh, okay. Those guys are like 32.
No, Saquon's like 28 or 20.
No, yeah, he's younger, but Derrick Henry's.
But I just, saying, like, it's just wild because I remember thinking while I was playing, like, I played in one of like a really, running back dominated area. I had like Adrian Peterson, Jamal Charles, Ray Rice, Maurice Jones-Drew, Chris Johnson, like these cats. And I remember thinking, like, yo, this era is amazing. And I remember thinking, like, yo, one day we're gonna be old as shit. And then now I'm old as shit. I'm watching the younger cats, like, damn, one day they gonna be old as shit, and I'm gonna be even older. Life's a trip,
Damn.
yo. That's just how my brain works, dog. Life's a trip.
Derrick Henry is 30 years old, and we talk about him like he's a grandfather.
That's true.
It's nuts.
That's crazy.
He's younger than Hank.
Jesus. How old was
He's
he?
so old.
How old was he when he entered the league? 19?
No.
No,
How
that
old
is
is he?
not allowed.
Oh, sorry. How old is he though? Like, does it?
His first year was he won the Heisman in 2015.
It says 22 in 2016. He entered the NFL.
I feel like he's been in the league forever.
Running backs age though. They do. Is there a guy that's playing right now that you're gonna feel old as fuck when they retire?
All of them.
I mean, yeah.
Fucking all of them.
Like, who's somebody that's in the NFL right now that you're looking at and you're like, when that guy calls it quits, holy shit.
For me, that's OBJ.
Yeah.
He was like the young, spry, like, cold as shit, young talent. And then now you can see him getting aged out.
Yeah.
Sad, man.
I think mine might be George Kittle.
He's got some good years left.
I know, but I'm just saying, because I remember when Part of My Take started, we met him, and he was a rookie. And he was like, hey, I listen to the show. I love you guys. Like, oh, cool, George. Nice to meet you. And then we saw him blow up. And then to see his career when it gets to the end, that's going to be tough for me to
So
process.
you measure PMT and George Kittle's.
Yes, and George Kittle's. Yeah. One George Kittle career span. We got anything else we want to talk about today?
Yeah.
Yep.
Timestamp this for the people that don't like me talking about rap. Fast forward about 5 minutes. Kendrick
Oh, we
dropped.
already took care of it for you. We did a better recap.
Yep.
Oh, well, tell me about your takes.
I think that it's a very good album. And I like that he put it out right before I got on a plane.
Nice.
And let's see, wait, I had more takes, but I'm trying to remember what they were. Lil Wayne just sitting on his couch being like, what the fuck?
Yeah. That was a little, I mean.
Kendrick didn't say anything bad about Lil Wayne.
Nah, I think anybody, and that's what always confuses me about, like, that shit in the older heads. It's like, yo, he's acknowledging that you an idol. Like, why would you take it that way? Because Snoop did the same thing. And then he tweeted, because he said Snoop, because Snoop reposted one of Drake's, the Drake where he used Snoop AI, and Kendrick was like, "Why would he do that? It must have been the edibles, right?"
Yeah.
And then Snoop tweeted, "Yeah, it was the edibles." Shout out to Kendrick. Like that's how you supposed to take it, bro. Like I don't know, I don't know, man. Wayne feeling slighted is just a weird take to me. But yeah, I don't know. I say this, but that album to me is like it's probably top 3 Kendrick albums for me. I love it. It's amazing. Like I like aggressive Kendrick. I love aggressive Kendrick, and he just came out swinging. I think it has lasting power. It has like, bops for the ladies too. Like Luther, I think it's in the top. It's like top 5 on Billboard right now. He has like four or 5 songs on the top of the charts right now, which is amazing. And then Squabble Up. It's a great album. It's a great album.
Squabble Up is good. Whacked Out Murals, great song. Great way to start an album too.
Mm-hmm.
Great song when the horn starts kicking in too.
Set the
like
tone.
The alarm sound. I like that. Feels like you're going out to a fight. And then Reincarnated might be my favorite song on the album.
See, that's one of the ones I don't like the most, but I respect the craftsmanship of it. But like I don't really get into like, I'm not gonna replay it a bunch, but I understand what he did and I like the idea. But it's not one I'll play a lot. Did y'all talk about the whole UMG shit that Drake is suing?
I don't know if we talked about that or not. Did we?
Briefly.
Before we get to that, I had one question for you though, Arian, about G and X.
Yep.
So Whacked Out Murals, I think it's at the end of the first verse. He deletes a line.
Yeah, he redacted a line.
Is there any speculation what that line was?
I've seen.
I looked it up immediately when it came out, and there was nothing about it.
Yeah, no, nobody knows for sure. There's a bunch of speculation. There's one that did make a lot of sense. Let me pull up the lyric. Let me see. Hold on.
I like this. This is dudes becoming detectives.
Yeah. Let's see. Oh, I gotta find that specific. You said it's at the end of the first verse?
I think so, yeah.
Oh yeah, I paid homage and I always mind my business. I made blank, blank, blank. And then he goes, I never lost who I am for a rap image. So there was one dude that said that. I was like, I don't know, it could be. Because, he take a few shots at J. Cole. Not like directly, but kind of indirectly. Just like, ain't no other kings in this rap thing. They siblings. One shot, they disappearing. She's kind of an asshole. So he said, I pay homage and I always mind my business. There was a dude that said, I made a born sinner ask for forgiveness. That could have been. I was like, that'd been a fire ass bar. I don't know if he did it though. But there's a whole bunch of speculation. I don't know. Nobody knows.
It's almost worse if you're J. Cole if it's not in there and you're just driving yourself crazy, being like, "What did he say about me?"
I would just hit him. What's up, bro? And that's the thing. So J. Cole came out with Portonia. What is it? Did you hear that one?
No.
Where he came out and he was addressing the beef between Drake and Kendrick, and he was like, I would have won the battle but lost the bro. And he's like, I'm paraphrasing, but he said, I walked away with both blood on me and stuff like that. And then Kendrick addresses that again. He said, I think it was Whacked? Not Whacked. No, it wasn't Whacked Out Murals. It was one of the ones towards the end. He said, all this blood spilling, it don't mean nothing. It's just paint to me. So they doing the sub dissing again, which is, it is what it is. But I don't know.
And then Lil Wayne's at home, like literally getting chipped by a throwaway.
You said what?
Lil Wayne's at home getting chipped by a throwaway.
Yeah.
And I saw a couple of people reacting to it, being like, "Oh, I can't wait to hear what Lil Wayne has to say about this. Like, I can't wait for him to fire back." If they got ever into a beef like we saw earlier this summer, that would be the most one-sided fight of all time, I think.
You're not gonna Wayne fans gonna be mad at you for that. Like I'll say this.
You think Lil Wayne has it in his skill set to compete lyrically?
No.
In a rap battle against Kendrick Lamar?
I do not. But not because I don't think Wayne can rap. I think Wayne is in like my top 10 of all time. Like, you know what I'm saying? It could be pushing, top 5, depending on how I'm feeling that day. Like, I think he's an amazing rapper, right? But I think Wayne is a rapper. I think Kendrick Lamar is an artist. And like the difference to me is Kendrick is very meticulous with his art. He's very strategic. And I don't think Wayne has really ever prioritized that focus. He was more about like, you know, just get a lot of product out there and kind of oversaturate the market. And I'm gonna come with bars. Like that's always been his vibe. But I think Kendrick is just a very strategic. Like you saw, like Drake is. I think a lot of the chatter online is like you have to pick sides. Like you either like Drake or you like Kendrick. I like both artists. I always say I prefer Kendrick for sure, but I like Drake. I think he's talented. I think he's melodically one of the most talented artists that has ever walked this planet. He's amazing. But I don't think he understood the kind of caliber of human that he was dealing with. Kendrick is a psycho. Like he's insane. And like he thinks and he plots and he strategizes. And he did something in battle rap we've never seen before, and how he just came and stepped on every Drake record. And so I think when you talk about Wayne, I don't think he has that kind of focus. I don't think he's ever showed it. And so it would be interesting. I think he would have good songs, good bars, but I think Kendrick would do that. But I don't even think Kendrick would, honestly. I think he has too much respect for him. I don't even think he would. So I would love to see it. Don't get me wrong. I would love to see it. It'd be great music from two of my favorite artists. Yeah, of course I want to see it.
All right, here's what I think that the redacted line was. I'm looking at it right now.
Okay.
I think he's going after, I'll just say what I think. I paid homage. I always mind my business. I made the college dropout try to act like he's a dentist.
I'm keeping it a bit. I don't think he said that.
Okay, I just came up with that right now. But you never know.
I think I do know that wasn't
like
said.
like a little nitrous pun.
But he never went at it with Kanye.
Yeah, but he would like that smoke.
Matter of fact, Kanye hopped in on the battle. I was like, "I got you, Dot," and he made a like that remix.
All right. Well, I think it's a great album.
I do too. I think it's gonna last the test time too. It's good. It's very West Coast infused too. So I understand if people don't really feel it like that. It's very West. It is super West. You know what I'm saying? Like if you know Mac Dre and E40 and Too Short and that, it's very Bay Area West too. Like this is a West Coast album. And so like if you from or appreciate West Coast music, this shit is for you.
All right. Do we have any questions that we've intercepted?
Yes, we do.
Cool. Before we get to these questions, the Q&As brought to you by our great friends at Steven Singer Jewelers. You know what time of year it is? It's holiday season. Steven Singer Jewelers has the #1 gift. Everyone knows it's diamond stud earrings. Steven has the most beautiful, best value, real natural diamond studs anywhere. Choose a great pair of Anita diamond stud earrings starting at just $298. Steven makes it so easy to buy real diamond jewelry for someone that you love. No phony sales, no haggling, no nonsense, just easy and fun. Steven's real diamond studs are flawless to the eye. They've got near colorless, and they come with his unbeatable full value lifetime trade-in. So if you want to resize it, if you want to get a bigger diamond later on, guess what? You can trade your diamond stud earrings back in, and they will upgrade you, and you will get exactly what you paid for it. They've got real diamond studs, flawless to the eye. Trade up your diamond studs anytime. Get exactly what you paid towards a larger pair. Fast, free shipping. Go to IHateStevenSinger.com. Click on his Anita diamond stud earrings or visit Steven's showroom at the other corner of 8th and Walnut in Philly. That's IHateStevenSinger.com. Buy real diamonds from a real jeweler that you can trust. Steven Singer Jewelers. All right, let's intercept some Q&A questions. Okay. Who's this for?
These are from Are You Garbage, the podcast.
Okay.
And all of these questions are basically people asking, am I garbage for doing XYZ?
Are you garbage?
Yes.
Okay. This is Tony Hinchcliffe, right?
No.
Okay.
Not that I was watching it. Tony Hinchcliffe was nowhere to be found.
No, I don't think so.
Okay.
I know
I got it.
You got it. Thanks, Big T.
Oh, okay. I got it. It took me a second. Yeah. I got it. I got there. Okay. Is it garbage if your gym is inside an old grocery store and they didn't remove the cart corrals from the parking lot?
Yeah, but also that's where you get a good workout.
Wait, what?
I feel like the no frills gyms.
I'm curious to see what that would look like.
I work out way harder in a gym that's shitty.
I've just never seen a repurposed grocery store. Like sometimes you see things in a building, you're like, that used to be a Pizza Hut.
Yeah.
But I've never seen a grocery store be used for something else.
They got like the big the big entrance. Like
Yeah.
the entrance is a little bit higher than the rest of the ceilings.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I just feel like not necessarily garbage. You might just be really tough. I wonder if weightlifters at the top of their game, if they go to fancy, bougie, swaggy gyms, or if they just get me in a room with heavy weights and metal bars.
Also, I gotta imagine those cart things are not easy to remove.
Probably not. Yeah, that would be a workout though.
Yeah. Just get the strongest guy you got, go out there and rip him out.
Yeah.
Okay. There you go. Okay. Is it garbage for the school bus to drop you off at your job? In high school, my bus dropped me off at the subway inside the gas station I worked at.
That gives off jail release.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
Yes, when they get like a field trip.
Yeah,
Yeah.
when they go to their part-time job in the afternoons.
Yeah.
There was when I was selling used dogs down in San Marcos, Texas. We would set up outside
Obviously.
this Walmart. And if you're from San Marcos, Texas, you know the Walmart I'm talking about. Not a great parking lot to be in. And every day the prison bus would come by and they'd let all the inmates out to go either, I don't know if they were working at Walmart or if they were just doing some shopping at Walmart. But they would come up to me in the parking lot and I would know that I have to be on high alert because they're going to come up to me and they're going to try to see if I will sell them a pit bull. Yeah. And then also there was one guy that I'm pretty sure he was in there, definitely in there for meth. He would go up to the tip jars and try to take money out of the tip jars that we had out there for the homeless dogs on his release. Yeah.
What would they do with the dog?
I don't
got one.
I don't know. Well, usually it's not like they would take it home, but they'd be like, I can call my buddy
Oh, okay.
and he can pick up this
Come
pit
get
bull.
it and take
Because
care
my
of it.
buddy also has a female pit bull. So these
Right.
they're not neutered, right? Okay, great. So
Perfect.
I can adopt one of these pit bulls and then we can breed pit bulls. And then when I get out, I'll have like 9 pits ready for me to sell.
Yeah. Businessman.
Businessman.
Business wise.
Yeah. Yeah. That guy was making some serious moves.
Yeah.
Didn't Jerry used to breed dogs?
He did.
Yeah.
He bred
Right.
French bulldogs.
Right.
He would jack them off himself.
Right. Right.
Any other takes on
really?
the yeah.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He used to beat off dogs.
Yeah.
How's that legal?
Well, you're extracting the sperm.
Well, that's called a euphemism.
Yeah. What do you get when
I
you cross?
wasn't cheating. I was just getting my sperm extracted.
What do you get when you cross Mike Vick and Deshaun Watson?
Jersey Jerry.
Yeah, it's Jerry.
Oh, no.
That's crazy work.
He's not
Is
gonna
that
like
is
that
that, is that a known joke?
No.
You gotta let that fly, bro.
All right, I'll let that fly. Put that in the back. Keep
You
that
gotta
in the
do-
back pocket.
Yeah, you
No one. Hey, nobody tell Jerry that I said that. I want to surprise him with it.
Okay.
You got to tweak that shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It'll be a clip.
Okay.
We'll set
I
it.
sent Arian over Thanksgiving a picture in my parents' house that is a painting of our 2 dogs. And he said, "Is this shit real?" And I said, "It absolutely is."
My sister-in-law had a similar one that was like a watercolor. I forgot to send it, but also very white. Yeah.
That's crazy. I saw this ad for golf head covers, and you can get a replica of your pet as your driver cover. I swear to God, bro.
Arian, you can get a lot of stuff in the replica of your pet.
But that's wild to see. Like they say you have a dog and it dies, and it's like you have like his face on your golf club. That's crazy.
Yeah.
That's crazy, man. My mom's dog about to die.
Oh no.
Oh.
Yeah, he was struggling during Thanksgiving. You know when they start to like, you know how they kind of like go in a circle before they sit down?
Mm-hmm.
His circle was long. He took the scenic route on his circle. His shit was sad.
Oh.
Yeah, he about to go.
That's
Poor
tough.
guy.
It is what it is.
Okay, next one.
Yep.
Is it garbage to insist on getting a flat top haircut as a 7-year-old fat kid because I was an Arnold Schwarzenegger ride or die at the time?
Wait,
No, that's just being a 7-year-old.
Did a 7-year-old write in that question?
No,
I don't
this was-
understand
I
that.
assume this is a 27-year-old talking about something.
Yes,
that
this is like
happened
referring
when-
to the past.
Got
Like,
it. Okay.
was it garbage referring to
Got it.
if I a former fat 7-year-old
No, that rocks.
Okay.
was dying to
If
get
you're
a flat top.
7 and you should be able. You can have whatever haircut you want when you're 7.
My mom wouldn't give me a rat tail.
Now look at you.
So
That's
you're making
fair
up for
enough.
lost
Yeah.
time.
Yeah.
Yeah, this isn't a rat tail.
You
Big
showed
T.
her.
No, that's
This is
all
flaw.
I have.
Yeah. Yeah, she would only buy me one piece of sporting equipment every 2 years, and I couldn't have a rat tail. Now, guess what? I've got a giant rat tail, and I buy every piece of team-issued merchandise. In your face,
Take
Mom.
that.
This is me. I'm rebelling against my youth right now. No, yeah, Big T's right. Whatever haircut you want when you're 7.
And it looks cool.
Who cares?
Like if you see a 7-year-old with a mullet, you'd be like, that kid looks awesome.
Yeah.
He'd be a viral
Hard-
sensation
hard to
overnight.
You disagree?
Mullets are fucking horrible, dog.
On
Just
adults.
Disgusting. I don't
On
give a-
7-year-olds,
They're even
they're
worse
awesome.
on kids. Because that means an adult made that choice.
No, this kid was 7 and he wanted the flat top. I'm sure there are 7-year-olds that are like, give me business in the front, party in the back.
I had a mullet when I was like 11.
Hate mullets. Shit is
12?
disgusting.
Good mullet.
You have any pictures of that?
I'll have to track maybe some baseball. Next time I go home, I'll look at my old baseball pictures.
Okay.
I'll see if I can find one from that year. I just remember I felt like I was a better pitcher with a mullet. Oh, by the way, do you see we got cooked online? Actually,
Oh, yes. No, that was awesome.
yeah, it was good. So somebody took a clip of the discussion we had, like red flags, what jerseys somebody would be wearing. I think it was like if you were dating them, what jersey would be a red flag? And I mentioned John Rocker, and then the guy basically did like fuck it, John Rocker highlights. Listen,
It was pretty sick.
listen, nobody out there was a bigger John Rocker fan than me when he was pitching for the Braves. Like when he would run out of the end zone, out of the bullpen, and his neck, he had like the Takeo Spikes neck thing going on, just looking like he was ready to kick everybody's ass. That got your blood going as a baseball fan. Baseball needs more pitchers like that.
You know, everybody, they talk about all the racist stuff. They don't talk about the 2.53 ERA from 98 to 2000.
It's incredible closer.
John
You
Rocker-
say one bad thing to Jeff Pearlman.
Jeff Pearlman is the one that
He wrote that article.
He
yeah.
wrote the story
Whoa.
in Sports Illustrated.
So I have not reread that article in a very long time, but I remember even as a kid reading that and being like, why is he saying this to a reporter?
Yeah, it's nuts.
Like to me, that's as almost as big a red flag as some of the stuff he was alleged to have said. But it's like, why are you in a car with a reporter and you're saying, look at this woman. I guarantee you this is a Chinese woman driver. And then they passed the car, and I think Pearlman said like it was a white man that was driving.
I've never actually read it. I'm reading it right now. And the open is crazy.
What does the open say?
A minivan is rolling slowly down Atlanta's Route 400, and John Rocker, driving directly behind it in his blue Chevy Tahoe, is pissed. "Stupid bitch, learn to fucking drive," he yells. Rocker honks his horn. Once, twice, he swerves a lane to avoid it to the left. "Fuck you," Rocker yells, flashing his middle finger out the window. And keeps going on. But that's not close to the worst thing he says in there.
Doesn't he say like I guarantee that was an Asian woman driving?
I haven't gotten to that part yet, but I'm sure he does say that.
Okay.
That shit'll get him an endorsement deal nowadays.
But yeah, he said something about the 7 train.
Yeah, you're sitting next to a queer with AIDS, somebody with purple hair, single mom.
Man,
Yeah.
before his time, he'd had a Daily Wire podcast in a heartbeat.
Yeah, why was he saying this to Jeff Pearlman? Give off I'm a safe guy to say this type of stuff to vibes?
Yeah, crazy.
I can't imagine
Wow, that's wild.
knowing Jeff Pearlman. I don't think that he would be like Rocker would see him and be like, this is a friendly.
I
Yeah,
feel
like-
like if you're someone who says stuff like that, you don't really you're not really thinking twice about it. Like you're just saying what you want to say.
Yeah.
But to a reporter, surely you would.
Yeah, you would think.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe if you like in the car and someone's driving shitty in front of you, maybe you do that. But then I don't think they were driving when he said all the other stuff.
All right, in 2006, Rocker addressed the article He said, when people have an agenda, that's all that matters. Jeff Pearlman is who he is, a liberal Jew from New York.
Yup. Yeah, he need that podcast, dog.
Mm-hmm.
He was tired of the woke shit before there was woke shit, huh?
Yeah.
PFT, the part you were referring to. I have no patience, he says. The speedometer reads 72. Rocker in blue-tinted sunglasses and a backwards baseball cap is seething. So many dumbasses don't know how to drive in this town, he says. Billy Joel's New York State of Mind is humming softly from the radio. They turn from the wrong lane. They go 20 miles an hour. It makes me want, look at this idiot. I guarantee you she's a Japanese woman.
Holy shit, yo.
As a beige Toyota is jerking from lane to lane. The woman at the wheel is white.
Okay.
I wonder why that specific subset of Asian did he choose Japanese over? Like, what the fuck?
But Big T, it's like you always say, they scream your failures and they whisper your accomplishments.
Right.
He was 50% correct with that.
She was a woman.
Yeah.
What year did that article come out?
1990.
So this says December 27th, 99.
99, yep.
So that was, he kept pitching after that.
Yeah. What was did he get disciplined?
I have no idea. He was much worse. His first 3 years, he was very good, 98, 99, 2000. And then after that, he was not very good.
I saw this cartoon like from it was like 70s that was just getting on women drivers. It was talking about changing lanes and like how you signal it out of the window, and then they'll show it on the back of the car which way you're going, and then they showed a woman doing it and she was like, oh, it's comedy. It's hilarious. Yeah, see it, but it's kind of sexist.
I've picked up on one more interesting quirk about Chicago drivers that's different from other drivers I've experienced. The first is not just making the left as the light turns red, which you're entitled to do. I think everybody does that. You go out into the middle of the intersection, and then as your green light turns red, you go ahead, you make that left turn out, right? And in Chicago, it's usually 2, sometimes up to 4 cars that will take that left turn as the light's turning red. One other thing I've noticed is that people just invent turn lanes here. Have you guys seen any of that? People will turn from the center lane like it's the most normal thing in the world to do here. And they will honk at you if they don't think that you're giving them enough space for them to make their turn from a different lane.
Well, I've noticed the street that I live on has recently been one way. They took one of the lanes when they were doing construction, and people just used the one lane as 2. Like, people just kept coming.
Really?
Yeah.
I've done that a couple times in my neighborhood.
But like not one dude, like there's a line of cars waiting to come the wrong way down the one lane.
Okay. Weird. All right, we have any more questions?
Yep. Okay. Is it trashy when you're out at a restaurant and you use the condensation from your drink to get any substance off your hand, including anything sticky?
Nope.
No.
In fact, when I go pee, I do so knowing that I can come back to my table and just pick up my beer and essentially have washed my hand at that point.
No, that's gross.
The only bad thing is if you're at a restaurant and like you're eating chicken wings and then you go to wipe, some of the excess sauce off, you're just making your drink saucier on the outside.
I hate when you go to a wing place and their napkins are cloth and then it just becomes a sauce cloth.
Agreed.
I like both. I like to start with a little wet and then go to the cloth.
Yeah, like once your hands are clean, though, for the most part.
Yeah.
Sticky and the cloth do not mix. But no, it's not trashy to do the condensation thing. I do that all the time.
Yeah.
That's like a benefit.
That's just smart thinking.
That's just smart. Yeah, that's just like efficiency.
Mm-hmm.
No. And like that doesn't hurt anyone.
No.
Okay. And then last one. Is it garbage to think I can beat anyone up because I, quote, see red? Yes.
What's see red?
Like you have a rage that cannot be contained.
Thinking you could get mad enough to kick anybody's ass. That's not garbage. It's just delusional.
It's douchey.
I think that believing that your ability to lose all control over your emotions is a superpower is a little bit, I don't know if it's garbage, a little dangerous. Yeah,
Dan Hurley send that one in.
A little dangerous. Yeah. If I just get mad enough, all my problems will go away.
But if you do, I do believe this though. If you are in an altercation, regardless of the situational probability that you win or lose, regardless of how high or low it is, you should feel like you can win or you will win, or else you're probably gonna lose. So I will concede that if you're gonna get in a fight, you're supposed to feel like you're gonna win.
I'd like to talk to chaps about this going into battle. Do soldiers get pissed off? Do they slap each other in the face like John Henderson before a game? Do they have like a routine they get in? What's the best mindset, or do you want to be calm?
I think, like I said, I ain't never been to war, but like going into a football game is very. It's like-minded because you're getting into like physical altercations with other grown men like at a very high rate, and it's very physical and it's very like, I think it's like the closest you can get without fighting and then actual war. But what I've noticed in those situations where adrenaline is high, there's a spectrum of cats who like to be zen. There's cats who are pissed off and angry, and then there's cats who like to joke and clown. And I would assume that it's kind of the same vibe for that with higher stakes, obviously. But I would assume it's similar. Everybody gets into their zone a different way.
So speaking for myself, I feel like rugby is right up there with football in terms of what it's like, the physical demand. Some would say it's a lot harder than football. But before every game, I'd be nervous. I would have all these nerves. Mm-hmm. I had some players that would puke on the field before games started. Yeah. My thing was I just wanted to get hit one time.
Yep.
Because once you get hit one time, then all the anxiety goes away and you're like, okay, I'm doing this right now. I have to focus on what I have to do. Enough worrying about getting hit. You've been hit. It's fine. It'll happen. I believe so if I was a soldier, I would want to get shot like lightly just to take my mind off it. Yeah.
You know, I couldn't imagine. Not sure if I wanted to get shot. But I used to have the same things. Like, I believe that some of my, post NFL anxiety came from the spike in adrenaline that I would have before games, because it was like heavy, it was very heavy, and it was just like this gut wrenching feeling. And like you said, as soon as you get hit or hit somebody, all that should go in and then we just play a ball. But that time leading up to it, like a couple hours before the game, it was horrendous. And so anytime I'm in like a stressful situation in my life, I like to laugh and I like to joke. That's how I ease the tension.
Yeah. For quarterbacks, that would be hard for me, because you have that anxiety going into a physical game.
We didn't talk about this. Quarterbacks don't play football, dog. They play another game, and I'm just over the whole shit. Like, I'm over the shit. So that Trevor Lawrence hit,
yeah.
All right, dog. I hate that he got laid out like that, but that is a direct result of the NFL babying quarterbacks in this game for decades. It's going to continue to happen because there's plenty instances where quarterbacks kind of look like they about to go down, but they get a few extra yards. And as a defender, your mindset is, here's a ball carrier, and I have to placate to his willingness to go down when there's a first down marker, and my job is to stop him from going. And I have to like tame that aggression just so I can protect this. Fuck that. Dog, if you step outside that pocket, you're a ball carrier. Fuck all this sliding shit. Take sliding out of football. It's stupid. You don't play the game that everybody plays. I understand protecting your investment, and quarterbacks are a big part of the game, but that's a game we signed up for, bro.
What'd you think of the Texans guy hit yesterday?
That's what I'm talking about. What's he supposed to do? Trevor Lawrence is running, and if you look, it's a first down marker 2 yards before he decides to slide. And I'm coming at you as a ball carrier, as a linebacker, and I'm looking at you as a ball carrier. I don't know if you coming or not. I don't know if you coming at me or not. I don't know if you're going. And so he's kind of raises up, and then he goes. And in that moment when you flying and the bullets is live, Ain't no man can do that at a high rate, which is why this league has made it impossible for defenders to be good defenders. It's obvious all the rules, and it's coming from an offensive player. Like,
Yeah.
all the rules are slanted for the offense. All of them. Pass interference, all that shit. They don't help defenders at all. So in this moment, you expecting this man to make a split decision like that. And then the backlash is what made it worse. Everybody's, this is the worst hit I've ever. Shut the fuck up, bro. This is football. Do we forget that this shit is football? Do we not? This is football, fam. Why do we act? We don't give a fuck. Fuck that shit. Stop sliding or slide earlier. That's ball. You taking this risk, B. Like, I'm fuck this shit. It's just, I hate it. I hate it.
I appreciate this take from you.
It's fucking soft, dog. Like, I hate it more because quarterbacks get this special treatment. They don't actually play football. If you touch them the wrong way after they throw, it's a flag. If you hit them too hard, it's a flag. Fuck that. Why are we protecting these motherfuckers? They got on the same gear I got. If you don't want to get hit, get your ass down way before it's a possibility. Wow, I also treat these motherfuckers like golden shit. Like, fuck, I hate that shit, dog. They don't play. This is why I know I'm on a rant, but like, it bothers me so much because it's like they get heralded. It's like you hear like Tom Brady's the greatest athlete of all time. Peyton Manning's one of the greatest. Like, dog, they didn't play the same sport we did. They didn't get touched in training camp. You could not touch these motherfuckers. They cannot get hit. There are rules implemented to take care of these motherfuckers. That doesn't take away from their greatness in their position, their skill-specific position. They were great at what they did, but they didn't play the same sport everybody else did, dog. They didn't wake up from games like we did. You know what I'm saying? They don't have the residual trauma that we did. Get the fuck out of here. I get tired of these. If you gonna baby these motherfuckers, then just call it what it is. But quit trying to pretend like they playing the same game we did, because they not. And then stop penalizing defenders. Sorry, PFT. I'm sorry.
No, you're good. You're good.
I get mad at this shit because like I don't watch enough Texans games to know whether or not that man is a dirty player, the linebacker. But that didn't look like a dirty play to me. It looked like he's aggressive. That's the kind of guy I want on my squad. I want somebody that's going to take somebody's head off. That's what we play for, man. What are we doing here? I don't know, man. All right.
We do lose sight of the fact that it's like a very, very quick decision that you have to make.
Yeah.
And you're
running
full speed. Right. And the slide also sometimes puts you in a worse position than if you dive head first.
Yeah.
That's what the crazy thing is. So like I've seen so many concussions happen when a quarterback is sliding, like doing a perfect slide, because guess what? You're leaning back, and if you get hit, if you get touched at all by a guy in the head, guess where your head's going to go? It's going to go directly backwards into the ground. And it's more dangerous when that happens. That's a really bad type of hit to take. And it's because you're giving yourself up and you're supposed to be doing something that's making you safer. It actually puts you in the most vulnerable position of almost any player on the football field. Like that and going across the middle. But even when you go across the middle, you can take a hard shot to – if you get a hard shot to your head, that's going to be fucked up and you'll probably get a concussion. But if you're sliding, you get the hit and then the bounce off the ground. And guess what? The ground is a lot stronger than any lineman's pads. Like that's a solid fucking ground that your head's going to bounce off of. So maybe dive head first.
Or if you don't have the physical capability to run the football, get your ass down and don't try to scramble.
Yeah.
Like they're rewarding bad athleticism. Like you get this little special shield of protection because you're not an athlete. Fuck that shit. Get your ass down.
Yep.
Live bullets out here. These grown men, bench press 400, 500 pounds, squatting 1,000 pounds. Fuck out of here. Get your ass down. Anyway.
That was good. I appreciate the perspective.
Makes me mad, dog.
Arian Foster hates quarterbacks.
Low key.
Yeah.
Low
Should play defense.
Because also they don't treat running quarterbacks like that. They don't treat the ones that can actually get busy. They don't give them the same leniency as they do as these motherfuckers who can't run. I'm just saying. It's not the same. And everything ain't equal. That's why I say get rid of that slide. It is not beneficial for quarterbacks. It is not beneficial for the game. It's not beneficial for defenders. You already make it hard enough on defenders. What are they supposed to do? What do you want them to do?
Can't stop in midair.
Made me hot.
All right. Well, we'll be back on Thursday. We're gonna do Unabomber, Arian. You down?
I'm so there. You've been chomping at the bits for this one.
Unabomber. Did he have some good ideas? Find out more. on Thursday's Macrodosing. Love you guys.